So I have to evict my renter. It's not something that I wanted to do. I think landlords should try to avoid evicting people if at all possible. It's just not a nice thing to do. I don't like to upend people's lives. It costs money to evict people. I'm going to lose money on this. But, it gets, there's a certain point where, too many red lines have been crossed. And so it's a single mom of 2 kids. So there's 3 of them. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. And what's getting her evicted is that she moved in 5 more people. She moved in her cousin and her cousin's 4 kids. And, the lease specifically says no more than 5 people. So now there's 8 people living there. That's too many. It's too many. When she first showed up to rent, it was just her and her 2 kids. Now, if she had showed up that first day with 8 people, I would have never rented to her. So this cousin and the 4 kids have been there for several weeks, and she didn't say anything to me. The renter didn't say anything to me. I noticed that they were there one morning. I was over there watering the grass, and a lady that I didn't know came out, and 4 kids came out with her to wait for the school bus. And I thought, gee, who are all these people? And my renter confessed that, yeah, she moved in her cousin and her cousin's 4 kids. But even so, I gave my renter a chance. I said, look, this is a lease violation, but, they can stay for a month. Next month, they need to be out. They need to be out. 1 month. You get 1 month. So she agreed to that. And I was willing to let it go. So we're getting close to the end of that month. And my renter's trying to get me to let her cousin and those kids stay longer. And, I said, no, if you give in too much, if you don't stick by what you say, some renters would just take advantage of you. Not only that, but it's time to pay the rent. And that renter did not pay the rent on time. I give a 5-day grace period. 5 days. Most landlords give 3 days, if that. I give a 5-day grace period. So 7 days out, she's only paid part of the rent. So look. I've been a renter before. Renters, look, if you've already violated the lease and your landlord's already a little upset about that, pay the rent on time. At least pay the rent on time so that, you don't make it worse. So we've got, the 5 people she moved in, and, we've got, the unpaid rent. So I went and told her today that she's got a 3-day notice to leave. And, she's not too happy about that. She's pretty sad. She says she doesn't have anywhere to go. She's telling me her personal problems. She's fighting with her ex. She's got a headache, all this. Look, you can't lay your personal problems on the landlord. I can't let her problems become my problems. So I told her, look, I do have a heart. I feel for her. I feel for her kids. But I just, she's never really paid the rent on time. All right. She waits till the last minute to pay the rent. I've never seen the lady go to work. I think she may not have a job. I originally rented to her because she showed up. She had 3 months rent in advance and the security deposit. She said she just moved here. So I took a chance on her. You know, money talks. So for a year, it's been all right, even though she's paying late. But you know, this is the latest that she's gone over the grace period even farther. You know, and with the violation of the lease, you know, it's time for her to go. Now I said, look, you know, move out. You owe some rent. We'll forget about it. Forget about this week or so that you owe. I'll give you your entire security deposit back as long as there's no big damage. And, you know, I've got a truck. If you want, I'll even help you move your stuff. I mean, that's the best I can do for her. So I'm trying to help her out. You know, this is costing me money. Folks that, you know, you think it'd be a good idea for you to be a landlord, you know, this is the kind of stuff you may have to deal with. And renters, you know, pay your rent on time. Don't violate the lease. You know, I'm just a small-time landlord. You know, it's my job to provide a decent place to live at a good price. I charge below market rent. But, you know, sometimes you just can't help people. They just won't accept your help. And the more you help them, the more they want to take advantage. And so she's got to go. So you let me know. Am I being too harsh on her? Am I being too weak? What would you do? I've made my decision. She needs to go within the next few days, or else I need to go to court and file for eviction. You got to do it the right way. You can't harass them. You can't kick them out. You can't lock them out. You can't shut off their power. You can't do stuff like that. You got to do it legally. And this week, that's what I'm going to do if she doesn't move out. I hope she moves out. I hope to give her security deposit back. You know, we can forget about the week or 10 days of rent that she owes. I just want the property back in one piece. And I need her to be gone. All right. Thanks for listening.